I can remember my very first family home that I grew up in. It was a 1950s red brick house back in Borkham Hills. Half of it was underground. It was as dark as anything. The kitchen was tiny with fake brick wallpaper, if any of you guys remember that from the 80s. Worlds apart from where we are in this beautiful Metricon home today. Vanessa, thanks for having me in your kitchen to cook today.
Courtney, welcome and thank you for coming to cook in our Metricon kitchen today.
It's a pleasure. Cooking's what I do. But Vanessa, can you tell me, how did you get into designing homes and working with Metricon?
Well, I had a passion for architecture since I was a little kid, and I think that goes right back to when I was a little kid running around on building sites as my father was a tradesman.
Great. It's a bit like me running around in the kitchen under my mum's feet.
Exactly.
Yeah. How lucky are we? We get to live out our passions doing what we love.
We definitely do.
So we're going to do some cooking today, but can you tell me a bit about the home, the style of the home?
Yeah, so this home is styled in Black Label, which is one of our Metricon lookbook themes. It's a real distinct mix of timeless elegance and contemporary simplicity. In terms of the palette, it's very monochromatic. We've used beautiful high-end finishes to achieve that level of sophistication that we're after. And you'll notice we use a lot of timber throughout this look as well, and that's to provide warmth and depth throughout the home.
Did I see a name of the home out the front when I drove in?
Yes, we name all of our homes, and this one's called the Sovereign.
The first thing I noticed, of course I'm a cook, so the kitchen. Now I remember growing up, the kitchen was cornered at the back of the house and no one could see it. This kitchen, I can see outside, I can see the dining, I can see kids sitting on the table or my dogs running around on there. This really is the heart of the home, the kitchen here.
Definitely, and that's how we view the kitchen. It's very much the heart of the home. Previously, back in the day, homes were very compartmentalised. So the kitchen, living, dining were all in separate rooms, where in today's lifestyle and in our Metricon homes, we design very open plan, integrated spaces, where spaces just beautifully flow into one another. So Courtney, what are you cooking for us today?
I'm going to do something a little bit sophisticated to suit the home. We're going to do a seared tuna salad. We're going to do a beautiful French sauce called a sauce Vierge. So have you ever heard of a sauce Vierge before?
I haven't, Courtney. What is that?
It's a very classic old style French sauce, beautiful with any type of seafood. We're using tuna today. It's fantastic with grilled prawns or grilled fish. So it's basically you warm some olive oil up, you then melt in some anchovies into that. We warm through some diced tomatoes, which we're going to de-seed, and some lemon. So it's a nice fragrant Mediterranean sauce to go with our tuna. There we go, we've got about a good third of a cup of olive oil there. And we don't need to use all of this for the sauce will keep for other things. Now Vanessa, we're going to go in with 2 anchovies. Now I know not everyone loves anchovies, but they're used as a seasoning in this sauce. So I'm going to put you to work because you know the stove better than me. Pop that on a low heat and we're just going to warm the olive oil, we're going to melt that anchovy, and then we'll go in with some garlic. So the heat is now off on the garlic and anchovies. We just want to get enough to warm through the garlic, take that raw edge off it. We're going to de-seed and dice some tomatoes now.
Yeah, how do you actually do that?
Super easy. We just take the tops off, quarter them, and then a little sharp knife. We just basically, you can use a spoon, we just scoop out and we just get little cheeks that we're going to dice. Easy as that. It's a little bit involved, but it's worth the effort. So I've seen stairs going up to somewhere, Vanessa. How many rooms does this Sovereign have?
Well, in terms of living rooms, there's actually 4 living spaces. So there's 3 down here on the ground floor, and there's actually 1 upstairs on the first floor. So this home's really perfect for larger families or extended families as well.
So is that like a TV room up there?
It's a leisure room, yeah.
But keep Dad happy. He can watch the football up there and Mum can watch your cooking programs down here.
Definitely. It's very much a flexible space. So it's a leisure room, it could be a kids breakout area or an adults retreat as well.
All right. I'm just going back to when I was growing up. All the arguments were who was watching what on the TV. We've gotten rid of a lot of them living problems with the design of your homes by keeping everyone happy.
You definitely wouldn't have that problem in this home.
So Vanessa, all the tomatoes are diced up. We're going to go over and pop these into that warm garlic and anchovy oil.
Fantastic.
And that's just going to infuse for 5 or 10 minutes while we finish the rest of the dish. So Vanessa, next thing, very easy, we're going to grill some tuna. It's going to put a wonderful aroma through your display home here.
Beautiful.
I think you used to toast almonds or toast bread, didn't you, to get a nice... Do you guys still do that?
No, we don't.
You don't do smells throughout the house?
No.
So oil and salt onto the tuna. You always just want to oil and salt the protein that you're cooking rather than in the pan. It will stop it spitting on us, and you've got a beautiful white jacket on there. I don't want to ruin that
Thank you.
today. So our pan's on nice and hot, oil and salt onto our tuna, and off we'll go into our pan. With tuna, you don't want to have it in the pan too long. You want to get it nice and kind of seared on the outside, and then we want to get it almost pink in the middle still. So I'm going to turn these over. We'll give those about a minute on this side and take them out. So we want that opaque centre through the tuna. You don't want to dry it out because tuna can get really dry. And you can see here on the edge of the tuna, it will indicate when it's cooking through and the heat's coming up. So Vanessa, a few more things to finish off our sauce.
Smells beautiful.
You good on the lemon zest?
I definitely am.
Okay, we can put in some lemon zest and lemon juice into our sauce. I haven't seasoned it yet, so I'll go in with a pinch of salt. And another flavour that's going to work really well, garlic, tomatoes and basil. All right, parsley and basil can go in. Squeeze a lemon juice, and that's our sauce Vierge done. Our tuna, we're just going to slice this up because I understand we've got some friends coming over for lunch. Is that correct?
We do. We have the girls coming over for lunch today.
All right. I hope they like tuna.
They'll love it. It smells absolutely amazing.
So we'll onto our plate, and this is, as I said, this is a sharing dish. So into slices. You can see with that tuna, beautiful and still succulent in the centre, and a nice kind of crust on the outside.